Live. I'm gonna check real quick because I have no idea how this is all even working. Okay, come on. Woohoo! Wait a minute. I am live. This is all new technology for me that I'm using. It's a program called Switcher. So I'm trying to figure. I gotta turn this down, or it will drive me crazy when I listen to it. I look a little red. It's natural for me. So, okay, so this is my first time doing this way. So I have a camera up here and this camera, and it's all being run through this program so that I don't have to move that camera to show what I'm going to be doing for a project today. So I'm really excited about that. So I did forget to get out the one stamp set I need. Oh, here it is, to show what I used today. So hello everybody. How are you doing? Welcome, 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 Stampin' Julie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I did a live last week showing the new Snowflake Showcase that is coming out, so I'm really excited about that. Next week when I do my live, I will be having, since it happens to be the exact same day that the showcase goes live, I will be having a little incentive if you buy the whole showcase. So I can't wait to share that with you guys too. So, how you all doing in your little part of the world? I'm in Arizona, USA, actually in a little town called Snowflake. So, I can't see much of anything. If I get comments, I will have to look at my phone. This is kind of weird, my touch, because I don't have Apple products, but I had to because I have a stimulator in my back. They gave me an iPod Touch that controls it, but it's a fully functioning iPod Touch. So because Switcher is kind of like an Apple based thing, though I can use it with my PC, it's been kind of a interesting technical learning experience for me. So I'm doing that. So my screen on my iPod Touch is really small compared to most Apple phones when I don't have an Apple phone. So it's really hard. So it's up there and I can't see what it's doing unless I look at my phone, my other phone, which is a Samsung. So they don't, the Switcher program does not work with Android devices at this time, which was kind of like, oh no, please no. But we'll see how this goes. A fellow demonstrator used this program to do a live a couple weeks ago, and I fell in love with it. And I wanted to try it because I know a lot of people get a little bit of motion sickness when the cameras get switched and stuff, and I didn't want to do that. I want to do something a little more easier transition wise. So I did that. My eyes are burning. I have dry eye and my eyes are burning right now because I don't care what they say. There isn't a mascara on this planet that does not burn my eyes. I don't care how hypoallergenic or ophthalmologist tested or any of that ever. It always burns my eyes. It doesn't matter. So, and I've tried almost all of them, and I have not found one yet that doesn't burn my eyes. So I cannot have it on for very long, and I had some on yesterday, and that's one reason why I don't wear a lot of makeup. My eyes are really burning today. So if they seem red, it's kind of different when I have the glasses on. You can't really tell, but they've been watering and they're driving me crazy. So for today, I'm going to, and I'm loving this banner at the bottom. It's so cool. I can take that on and off, so when I get started on my project, I'll do that. But for today, I wanted to do a really cute little treat, a Halloween treat. Even though Halloween is a week away, you can still make these because it does not require anything special. Perfect things you can already have at home. I'm just using, of course, Stampin' Up! Products. You know, you can use anything. So these are it's a sour cream container, and I know you've seen these, you know, they're because usually sour cream comes in them, and I have a couple different sizes. But that's, you know, and I did these to figure out the exact size I wanted, and I totally recommend, you know, just using a piece of scrap paper before you use any of your expensive pattern paper. you know, because it saves you a lot of hassle. I mean, when you finally want to get the size that you want, you know, you've wasted all your good paper, and it was so much easier just to do this on cheap printer paper, and that's all I did. So my mouth is getting really dry, even in the spirit of Halloween. I usually start using it at about September. So that's what these are, just two different size, imperial sizes. This is 4 inches by 5 inches. This is the one we'll be using today. And this one's 5 by 6. So you just use that, figure out the size. And you can make them any size you want, small, big. You know, you're only limited by your imagination. So, but this one, the one we're going to be doing today is 4 inches by 5 inches. So that's the one we're going to be putting together. My computer is not going to flip. That's another issue I got to work out. When I hold something up, it is going to look backwards. When you see it from above, it will flip it for me so you'll see it straight. But this is Trick or Tweet from Stampin' Up. This is an adorable, cute little stamp set. It has all these little animals dressed up in costumes, and I love them. Of course, my favorite is the cat because I love cats. So, but this is the one we're going to be using today. You could use any stamp set. You know, it doesn't have to be this one in particular. I use this one because it was cute. It was Halloween. The little animals fit perfectly on the little sour cream containers. Here's what we're making. This is what we're making. This cute little thing right here. So I'm getting really excited about working into this. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. You can comment here on this live. I probably won't see them right now because of this new thing. I'm still trying to work this out. This is actually my first time using it in a live. So it's been a little bit of a learning experience. But this is what we're making. And it uses the cute little spider trinket thingies that, they're right here. These little things. Little spider trinkets are really adorably cute. I used one on a card last week. If I can quickly, I didn't even think about getting that card out. I don't even know what I did with that card. It's not that hard to find. It's bright, shiny foil. Wish I had thought about that and I would have had it out and ready to go. But I think, oh, here it is. I have a box down under my desk of all my cards. It's this. It's going to be kind of hard to see because it's foil, so everything in the world is going to shine off of it. But let's see if I can do that. It says Happy Halloween, and this has one of the cute little, I have a light right here. There we go. So it shines right on that foil, but it has one of those, and that's really hard to see. I'll show it when I flip the camera. But this is one of the cute little spider trinkets. Say that 5 times fast. The little trinkets come with a little jump ring. I make jewelry, so I know these. Little jump ring on the end. It's just a little circle to weave onto things. You can also make really cute earrings. And then now, when you take this off, there's also a little loop on the end of his abdomen that I just cut off with a pair of wire cutters. Please do not use your good scissors to do this because you will ruin them. Use wire cutters to cut that thing off. And then, because my husband has a whole woodworking thing, he has metal files that I use, and I just kind of filed it where I had cut it off so it wasn't like a real sharp point or anything, and it made it a little easier to use. And then I just put it on with a glue dot. So, boy, that really shines, that black foil. This is that black foil paper. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So, but I'll show it better on this camera. But these are so universal. You can do so many things with these. So that is what is hanging from my little thing right there. So they're so stinking cute. And then I used some of the, what's its official name? Glittered Organdy ribbon. And it's black. And this stuff is shiny. It's got, well, you can see how shiny that is. It's got silver glitter embedded into it. So it's really cool. And you get 10 yards, I believe, of this. Yep, approximately 10 yards. 3/8 of an inch wide. 1 centimeter. Oh, I knew that one. 1 centimeter wide. So this stuff is really cool. And then we used just a basic black twine. Really cool. Glue dots, as I mentioned. The best thing I have found for holding this together, I didn't want to put staples on it. Maybe if you're giving it to adults, staples would be fine. And I did that with one of them. I stapled it at the time. You can't see them, they're really small. But I thought maybe with small children, the staples may be a little bit, you know, I don't want to give them something that's going to scratch them or poke them or hurt them in some way. So I didn't want to staple them if you're giving it to kids. I wouldn't recommend that. But I am using Stampin' Up's Tear and Tape Adhesive, which works pretty good. It's pretty strong adhesive. It tears easy, cuts easy. So that's one thing we'll be using today. Also have our Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue. And that's just to glue the cute little this onto the front. That's all. You can use glue dots if you don't have the right, you know, it will work just as fine too. Any glue will hold this down. That's just what I happen to use because it gives you a little bit of leeway to get it on there straight. It doesn't dry as quick, so you can get it straight if you want to and not have to worry about if you're like a perfectionist like me, really OCD about that kind of thing. So let's get started on this. Oh, and I also use the Toil and Trouble DSP. Now the great thing about this stuff is it is two-sided. So you can either one side or the other side. And this stuff is really, really, really cute. I chose the side that had more of the, kind of like a solid pattern. This one has ghosts on the other side, which would work. I mean, either side would work perfectly for this. But I used the ones that had more of the solid pattern. Same with this one, has bats, would work just as fine. So these are cut 4 by 5 inches, 4 inches by 5 inches. You don't have to do this, but I saw it and I thought it was kind of cute because there's remnants of the sour cream containers. On the edge here, it's really hard to see, I have it scored. And I have it scored at 3 7/8 and 3 3/4. And you can barely see it when it's on here. So it's up to you whether you want to do it. I just did it because it's kind of like an extra, a little special thing, you know. People look at, oh my gosh, they went to so much work to make this. But it was just real quick and easy to do. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, especially if you're just giving it to kids, because all they're going to do is rip it open to get candy out. And that's another thing. I would not recommend putting anything loose inside of this, just because these actually hold quite a bit. I would say put maybe one of the fun size piece of Halloween candy in it, or like the bags, little snack size bags of goldfish, you know, kind of be more healthy. But they will hold just about anything. But I would definitely only put something in this that was already in another package. I wouldn't put like M&M's loose in here. If I did M&M's, I'd put them inside something like a real small pack, you know, Ziploc packaged little snack bag thing. I think they come in, something like 3 by 3, 2 by 2. They make a really small snack size bag. So they're kind of cool. So let's get started on this because I can't wait. These are so fun to do. So you're going to see me stand up because I have to see the button to push it over. And I'm going to get rid, see, here we go. I'm now facing down. I'm now facing down. I hope I'm facing down. I'm waiting for my phone to catch up to make sure that I am right here. So, boy, there's a lag. And I want to get rid of that screen. So I think that's it. And I'm trying to learn my boundaries of how far I can go without this going off screen. Oh gosh, it worked. I can see it on my phone. I'm so happy. So again, this is the stamp set we used, Trick or Tweet. And it's got some really cute sentiments on it. I didn't put a sentiment on these because they're just so small. And you know, people are going to appreciate them, and I'm sure they're probably going to keep that little spider. But if you are giving these to kids, they don't really care much what this looks like, just they want the candy that's inside. So, but that's the stamp set. And you can use any of really the Halloween stamp sets that we have. I just happen to love the little animals that was on here and just made it perfect. So I'm going to set that aside. So let's get started. So I've already cut these to save some time on how to do this. So what I'm going to do first is get out the adhesive tape. Now, I've learned with this, we're going to do the cat one. I've learned with this that you can't simply just put adhesive on one side and then close it. Because of the way that these close, it took a little bit of figuring that out before I did it. So I'm going to share you the agony of getting it wrong. the first time. So I hope I am completely in frame. It is so hard to tell. Okay, so the first thing you do is you just take some tape and you're going to tear it about right there. Tears real easy, perfect, you know. Tear simple, simple, simple. And you're going to put it along one edge. And just lay it down. And then you're going to take another piece. And it's going to be about a little more than half the width of this. And you're going to put it right next to the piece that's already you put just down. And you're going to go through here. Now, this piece is a little different. This one I'm going to make a little bit wider, so I'll make sure I'm covering the whole area. This piece needs to go smack dab in the center of this long length here. And to make sure I get a good seal, you can take your bone folder and varnish it down. Just to make sure it has a good connection with the paper. Okay? And then we have this really cool new tool from Stampin' Up. It's called Pick a Tool. This thing is so cool. This end has a little, it's like a putty, and you can use it to pick up things, you know? And then you just turn it as you need more and more and more. Do not pull this tight or this stuff will just keep going. I mean, it's just barely enough so it doesn't come off. This end has a little guard. It has a, what would be like a paper piercer. But you unlock it, you now have a spatula, which is really cool. Okay, and it also comes with, when you buy just the tool itself, it comes this, you get an extra one of these, which is cool, and you can buy more of these. And it also comes with this, which has a large and a small embossing end. And you would just pop this one out, pop this one in, and you can use it, you know, like I said, with these lines, you know, with a scoreboard, and that's perfect. So it's all right there for you, this tool. And I believe it's only 10 bucks. I mean, this is like a really cool multi-use tool. So I use it to get this off. Because I have some pretty bad neck and back issues, my hands don't work quite as well as they used to. So I recommend just kind of folding it a little bit first. I mean, don't make any creases in it, but just kind of roll it. Believe it or not, this is one heck of a large knitting needle. Don't let the adhesive, you can do it before you take the adhesive off, but I just kind of guide it around just to give it a... And then this is kind of the tricky part. You're going to, because once this stuff sticks, it sticks. So you're just kind of going to lap over maybe about 1/4 of an inch. It's like the width of the tape. Secure that end down before you touch anything else. And then you're going to do about the same width on this side. Sometimes it likes to stick before I get it where I want it. So, and then you're just going to do that. That is the most challenging part of this whole thing, is putting those stems together. And then I usually lay it flat, take the rounded edge of my bone folder, and just kind of run it along that seam so I know it's on there securely. Okay. Now, the thing about this is you've got to decide, because of where this tape is on the inside, that's going to tell you how you're going to fold it. On this one, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, I have the tape that goes from here to here. So this one is going to be folded this way. On this piece, I have the tape going from here to here, so that's going to be needed folded this way. That's going to tell you which way they have to be folded, okay? So, and this is where this tool comes in handy, because you have to reach in here to get this off. So here we go, and it ends about, and I usually don't try to do it right on the seam because it seems to put stress on it. And then you just fold it together, and voila, we have one end. And now you're just going to do a complete opposite with the other end. And this is what makes that cute little container. This is not easy to do when it's in a tube. Excuse my hands for a second. Okay, let's try the other end. It's always something, right? When you're live, something's not going to work right. Okay. And we pull that one out. And then you're just going to go complete opposite of the other one. And don't worry about it being perfectly straight. You know, people aren't going to sit there and look at this, you know, right up to their face going, that's not straight. She didn't get it straight. You know, if they're looking that bad, then they can just make their own. So, there we have our little container. Now, I didn't have any candy to put in this. We haven't bought our Halloween candy yet. But before you seal the second end, that's when the candy needs to go in. And it makes it a little easier because, you know, when you hold it like this, all the candy would be at the bottom so you won't catch it in the seam. I forgot to mention that. That is when the candy will go in this thing. It's before you seal the second side. We haven't bought our Halloween candy yet. We need to do that this weekend. So, and there it is. So next what we're going to do is I already pre-colored these. I stamped them using the Memento Tuxedo Black Heat. And I put a label on there, use with Stampin' Blends. Because we also have the StazOn that uses with the watercolor markers. It is common to forget that. So that's why I recommend labeling this somehow that you use this one with the Stampin' Blends. So, and then I stamped it. And then I just colored it in with the Stampin' Blends. And I have another doggy one. And I have another little bird one. So, and since the bird one is a little bit smaller, like I did on this one, I just backed it with another piece of cardstock in the crushed curry. So, and these are on the Whisper White. So I'm going to use a little cat one since it's the cat paper I'm using. And kind of know, I mean, you can see in the back because you colored these with the blends, you know, because it kind of goes through it a little bit. You'll kind of see where you need to start at the bottom. Now, you can't just put glue all over this. You have to start like right there, and then you're going to kind of like have to go in a V because that's the shape of your sour cream container. And then you pick this up, and you just like set it right there. And because it's, you know, doesn't set real quick, it gives you a couple seconds to move it around. And on it goes. Just give it a good little rub, and it'll set within a few seconds. Okay, next you're going to take one of these cute little spiders, and there they are. It's kind of hard to see if I'm getting this in the camera. Haha, there we go. There's the cute little spider. See, and he has this little jump ring, and then his little thing that holds the jump ring on him. So it's real easy. So this part's a little tricky, but what I did with this is I took the black glittered ribbon, and I kind of took one end and I kind of folded it into thirds, and that's just to get it through this jump ring. And you kind of just put it in and pull it through. Now this piece of ribbon is, I think I had it at 4.5 inches. Real quickly, let's look. Yep, 4.5 inches. And you can make it any length, shorter, longer, it's up to you. And I cut the ends at an angle, and then that's going to go like that. So it's like about halfway, and I usually don't like the ends completely matching up. I like kind of, you know, wonky to each other. And then this is kind of the tricky part. You're going to hold the spider, and you're going to take your twine. This is kind of like we need a third person for this. And you're going to take your thumb and your finger, and you're going to hold this piece down. And then you start, and now the knot for this, because this twine is going to be wrapped around this, the knot for this can either be in the front or the back. It doesn't matter. It's a little easier if it's in the front because the glue dot goes against it, and it'll give it better adhesion. And you just kind of hold, what did I cut this at anyways? I do not remember. I just cut a whole bunch of these and did it. This one is 5.25 inches. It doesn't need to, you're going to trim off a little bit, so do not worry about using, you know, too much, because you can always cut it off. So, and then we're going to take this, we're going to leave about an inch, inch and a half there, and I go around once, and then twice. I don't think I'm going to do it, here we go. So it all comes to the front, they're opposites on sides. And it's going to be really hard to see, but see how they're opposite so that I can tie it into a knot. And if you need help with this part, I completely understand, because this isn't easy to do. And then we're just going to tie it in a knot. and make sure it's over the thing. And we do that. And it just kind of holds it together. So I'm just going to maneuver it around. And then let me just do another one for good measure to hold it. Just like that. Then we take our trusty paper snips. And you know, you can leave them any length you want. It doesn't matter. See? And then you have your cute little spider thing. So, and then we're going to take our glue dots. These are hard to see sometimes. And you're going to do it kind of in the back of this area. It's kind of hard to... And don't worry about the glue dot being too big for this part. It's okay. See, it's kind of hard to see the glue dot, but it's on there. And then we just do... Make sure the spider is facing forward. And you're just kind of going to... You can put it up on this part, down more on the cat. If you want the cat to show more, you can do that. And there's your cute little tree with your cute little spider that moves around, who's kind of hanging down over the cat going, hello, hello, I'm here, I'm here. And you can tell the cats are my favorite one. But yeah, and there's all the rest, and there's the dog one. I have to say that the cat and the stars are my favorite papers out of that set, out of the DSP. So cute. You can see I have different sizes for this one. This one's a little shorter. This one's a little longer. You know, it's up to you on what you want to use. I mean, you get 10 yards of that ribbon, so it doesn't, I mean, use it. So it's kind of cool. So there you have it. Today's, make sure you always put the back because that is very sharp. Today's Halloween treat sour cream container. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the other one. I'm going to put this back up and back to that. So you're going to see my stomach for a minute. So I hope you enjoyed that. This was really a lot of fun to make. The kids in the neighborhoods that come to visit, we don't get a lot of kids. I live in townhouse style apartments, so our home is 2 stories. I like it and hate it at the same time. I hate stairs now. I always wanted a home that had stairs, you know, because I always thought it was kind of neat, you know. I hate them now, and I've been here for 10 years. I can legitimately say I hate the stairs. And I have fallen down them once. That I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. So, but there you go. Here's your cute little treats. Remember, this is going to be backwards because my thing won't flip. So, and then of course the light's going to like majorly blow them out. But, so that was fun. Remember, there is a link on my page here that right with my tile, it says shop now, I think it says, or shop with me, something like that. Where you can go to order all this. I will have a blog post up tomorrow morning with this video plus all the supplies and pictures and all the supplies I use to make these. If there's anything here that you want, just click on the picture of the item. It will take you to my shopping page where you can just add this to your cart. It's really cool. You just sign up, you know, make an account. Make sure that you put down that I can contact you. I will not send you spam or anything like that. I do send out a monthly newsletter, or I may send out a newsletter with Stampin' Up! Promotions as they happen, but I will not spam you, I promise. But if you order anything from anything I use today, or make an order, you know, on the next couple days, I will send you a very special thank you card. I'll probably do more of those little Halloween ones. It depends how fast I can get them out, because Halloween is only, what, next Wednesday? Oh my gosh, I am so not ready. And it's like my favorite holiday of the year. So, I did want to explain one thing real quickly. Some people have asked, what is this? I know it kind of looks like a hickey, huh? At my age, I'm 48. I just found out yesterday that last month I found out on my birthday that my younger son is making me a grandma. And yesterday I found out that my older son is now making me a grandma too. And the two babies are 6 weeks apart right now. So it's like, oh my gosh, you know, here last month I was wondering, oh my gosh, when am I going to be a grandma, you know? And I told my boys when they were right out of high school, I'm like, I am so ready to be a grandma, but you guys are in no hurry, you know, to make me one. I'm just ready to be one, because I know a lot of women out there like, I don't want to be a grandma, that makes me old. So I was wondering, you know, last month, oh my gosh, you know, I know with boys, it kind of takes a little bit longer. They mature a little bit more. As girls, I was ready to go. Once I got married, I wanted kids and a family. So, but, you know, I know with boys, it takes a little bit longer. So, but all of a sudden, bam, they're both making me a grandma within, you know, their due dates are like 6 weeks apart. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, slow down. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait. So if one gives me a girl and one gives me a boy, I'll get the best of both worlds. I'll get to spoil them both. I cannot wait to make tons of, I cross stitch, so I'll be making burr samplers, and I crochet, so I'll be making blankets and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. But if you place an order with me, I will send you a special thank you card for doing that. I thank you so much for your business. I hope you truly enjoyed what we made today. If you have any questions whatsoever about what I did, if you missed a measurement, you can replay this if you missed it at all. It's real simple, easy to do. I will also have this on my blog with the links to all this that I used, so you can watch it there as well. But I really hope you enjoyed this today, and I thank you so much for joining me. My name is Julie Kite. My blog is www.juliekite, JuliekIGHT. There's no N in it. It's not night. Trust me, I get that all the time. .com. Oh, I was explaining what this is. I forgot about that. I have degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, and several other spinal issues going on in my back. We found out back in July that I had a bone spur pressing halfway into my neck spinal cord, right back here. Because of the nerves and the muscles in your neck, they do not like going in through the back, because it is a very much longer healing process, and there's so much that they could hurt and nick in on the way. So they go in through the front. So back on September 7th, I had neck surgery to have that bone spur removed, and now I have a fusion between C5 and C6. I have full function of my neck. I am on physical therapy to bring back some of the strength, because I lost a lot of strength in this hand, and I'm right-handed. So, but that is what this is. I forgot I was going to tell you that. So it is my incision. It is healing nicely. It kind of feels weird, you know. My husband likes scars. He thinks they're real, like, mysterious looking and stuff like that, so he kind of likes it. But thank you so much today. I wanted to explain that because I know I get questions about what the heck is on your neck. So eventually it's just because it's so new that it's still red. It'll eventually fade out. You know, it doesn't. I've gotten to the point where they don't bother me anymore. I've had, this was surgery number 4 for my back, so I'm kind of used to it. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our cute little Halloween sour cream container treats. Your neighbors, friends, kids, trick-or-treaters, whoever would love these things. These would be great to do if you have kids, younger kids in classes. I maybe probably not give them the little spider trinket, but they would love it, because all they're going to do is rip it open and take the candy out. They don't care what the package looks like. But these would be just as cute for that. You know, just maybe not put the spider trink on it, because they may not appreciate it just as much. But that would be a really cute idea for a Halloween class treat thing. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, a great start to your weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place, 3 p.m. I'm in Arizona, so we have this whole different time zone. But here we are technically in Mountain Standard Time, when everybody else seems to be in daylight time. So, but it will be 3 p.m. November 1st. I will be doing the showcase, showing you all about it. And I have some cards already made and set aside for this. I'm real excited. 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. 1 p.m. It will be until we switch times next Saturday. That is the same time Pacific. 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. 5 p.m. Central Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, all right. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. I'm going to stand up again because I have to turn it off. And now I got to figure out how I